Now, definition of God according to the Shastras, please try to understand. Very simple, I am taking it from the Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta means what? Ved means knowledge, Ant means the end. Vedanta are the end of knowledge, and Sutra, remember one thing. Sutras actually mean that there is such a big book, and in 3 lines you got the whole knowledge of this book. That is called a sutra, a formula, right? So that is actually known as a sutra. So Vedanta Sutra, they said, Janmadayasya yataha, from which everything emanates. That is called, from which everything emanates. Janmadayasya. And remember one thing, because I don't have time for that, I'll tell you one thing, that our Shastras are explaining not only about God. God is only a feature of the absolute truth. Absolute truth means actually from which everything emanates. Because in our Sanskrit language, God is a very, very vague term. There is no definition of God anywhere. They will come out, G means this, O means this, D, but this has not been stated anywhere. This is all mental concoction. But in our Sanskrit language, there is nothing like this. Shastras have never left anything that it will be something vague. So Janmaday asya yataha, that is actually the definition of the absolute truth. There are 2 types of truth. One is called absolute, one is called relative. Here everything is relative truth. It is dependent on the other. But the absolute truth is not dependent on anything. Absolute truth is Purna Satya. In Hindi parlance, we'll call it as Purna Satya, from which everything emanates. Bhagavan also emanates from the truth. Bhagavan is also one of the features of that, because there is Bhagavan, Paramatma, Brahm, Parameshwar, all these are all different things which energies, everything is coming from that supreme person, and that person is known as the absolute truth. So that it stated, Janmaday asya yathaha, from which everything emanates, jisse ki sab kuch udbhut hota hai. That is called, then second definition. Now you say, so many definitions. I'm trying to explain now. Definition, this one definition is enough, from which everything comes. But then Vedanta Sutra also says, Anandamayo abhesat. Supreme Personality is nature, is by nature full of joy. So it is the cause of all joyfulness, all bliss. And very simple. The more you come close, if for example there is too much of heat, you come close to the air conditioner, you will feel cool. The more away you go away, you will feel hot. In the same way, the more you come closer to God, what does closer mean? By following His instructions. How do you come close to the doctor? By following his prescriptions and what he advises you. That's how you come to, when the son comes close to the father, how? By following what the father wants. That is how the son comes close to the father. In the same way, how do we come close to God? By following His instructions we come close to God. Just by showing your face to the temple, in the temple does not bring you close to the God. You can sit here for 24 hours. A son can keep sitting in front of his father for 24 hours a day, but not follow a single word what the father is saying. Is he close to the father, Prabhu? He may be close still at a distance, because every time he's living with him, but he doesn't follow a single instruction. But a son is there who's staying in China, but he follows every instruction. I want to do this. Is it right for me? Then you tell him, okay, do one thing, don't trouble me. You ring up your elder brother. You ring up your elder brother, he knows what I want. So you ring up the elder brother. In the same way, the Guru is like your elder brother. Guru is not God, please remember. He's like your elder brother, nothing. He knows the instructions of the father, so he's just passing out. So elder brother has got no right to exploit his younger kids. Has he got it right? No. They are actually equal. They are brothers. Then second comes elder. First they are brothers. And nor anyone is above God. That is called asmardhva. The Sanskrit word very clearly explains. No one is barabar or sresht. No one is equal or greater than God. Now, this is a very important thing. If you understand this, when I understood this, actually a lot of my misconceptions were finished. In God, two opposite, extremely opposite qualities can exist at the same time. Repeating. God is that person in which two opposite qualities can exist at the same time. What does this mean? Now try to understand. I'll give you an example. Krishna gave a trailer of this. When he was being tried to be tied down by his mother Yashoda, what was happening? He had a black thread around his waist, And Yashoda Maiya was trying to tie him, and every time what used to happen, that they took all the ropes of the village, and still every time 2 fingers they used to be short. Now that black thread was not breaking. That means the stomach was the same. He was limitedly unlimited and unlimitedly limited. Absolutely opposite qualities. Unlimitedly limited and limitedly unlimited. Black thread, limited, unlimited. The rope was not. Absolutely 2 opposite qualities can exist in him at the same time, which no other person can have. When he was asked to open his mouth by his mother to see that if he was eating dirt, when he opened his mouth, in the mouth, the mother could see the whole universe, and not only one universe. Ananta Koti Brahmand. That's the Shastras say, Ananta Koti Brahmand. That's what I say now when the science was fighting, that earth is flat. That was our Vedas was saying Bhugol. When the astronomers did not know that how far is Mars, our Shastras already had it there. And today they are claiming as there is only off a few miles off. Vedas are perfect. Science is not. Science is made by imperfect people. Human being is imperfect, as I told you. Imperfect senses, tendency to cheat and get cheated. What do you think? The scientists are also not cheaters? Are they not cheating? Please, don't be in a fool's paradise. And you have never gone into their lives and seen. Person like Bohr making a statement that when I have questions, I go into the Upanishads to ask them. What is our level in front of Bohr? The man who basically told us what an atom is. And still we talk big. Those people whom we basically praise are the ones who are talking that our science, in the end, anyone wants to stay back, I can give you quotes, extraordinary quotes from extraordinary people about our Upanishads and Vedas. And you'll be shocked that these people were saying this about our Vedas. And we don't have any respect and we don't have any faith in them. Two dramatically opposite. So this cannot exist in anyone else. You can't be honestly dishonest and dishonestly honest. Two extremely opposite qualities can exist in him. Who's he? He is the cause of all causes. Sarva Karana Karanam. Sometimes I happen to go to schools also to give lectures to young children like 20 years, 12, 13, 14. They ask me, what do you mean by this? So I just simply tell them, you ask your father who his father was, his father, his father, his father. When you come to a person, when you ask him, who's your father? He says, I've got no father. That's God.